ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਜਲ ਦਸਾਂਝ ਨੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਐਕਸਟ੍ਰੀਮਿਸਟ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਕਸਟ੍ਰੀਮਿਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂ। ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਲਈ ਲੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਐਕਸਟ੍ਰੀਮਿਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਐਕਸਟ੍ਰੀਮਿਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੱਕ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੈਲਫ ਡਿਟਰਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਾਂ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇਹ ਐਕਸਟ੍ਰੀਮਿਜ਼ਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੱਕ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਤੇ ਸੈਲਫ ਡਿਟਰਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਲਈ ਲੜਦੇ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੱਕ ਨੇ। ਲਿਬਰਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ, ਪਰ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਤੇ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਨੂੰ ਅਰਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੀਏ। ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਲਫ਼ਜ਼ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਚ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਜੀ। When Ujjwal Dosanjh uses a language of extremism and says that extremism is on the rise in the youth, or extremism is in the rise in the Sikh community in general, it is an example of bigotry. It is an example of hate speech. This incites hatred against our community. The word extremism is very vague, but its painful repercussions are not vague. When someone says Sikhs are extremists or extremism is on the rise, it threatens the Sikh community. It puts our community at risk. The problem with the language is this. If one was to say, you are extremely polite, see, both polite, you're extremely kind, that's a good thing. We look at that as a positive thing. You're extremely kind, you're extremely polite. Now, why is there anything wrong with being an extreme Sikh? That suggests that there is something wrong with being a Sikh. Let's make this clear. There is nothing wrong with being a Sikh. We deserve respect, we deserve dignity, just as any other Canadian citizen. The effect of this language, when Ujjwal Dosanjh says there is a rise in extremism in the youth, first of all, let's approach this one way. There is no evidence. ਜਦੋਂ Ujjwal Dosanjh ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ extremist ਹਾਂ, ਤੇ ਉਹਦਾ proof ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੈ? There is no proof. And when someone makes a statement against a community that slanders or defames that community without any proof, that is defamation, that is illegal, that is improper, that is wrong. We will not allow this to continue. As a Sikh community, we will continue to fight anyone who disrespects our community through all legal means, through all community means, through all peaceful means. It is our right to enjoy the same freedoms that every other Canadian citizen experiences and enjoys. And we will continue to do that. As my brother said, in Quebec, they speak of separatism on a regular basis. There is a party, the Parti Bloc Québécois, which the entire basis of that party is separatism. Now, when we speak of self-determination or freedom or ajadi, that is our freedom as well. It is a freedom guaranteed by the United Nations Charter. It is a right enshrined in that charter that we can speak on this issue. It is our right to discuss it, and we should not fear that. It is our right to pursue justice. ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਇਆ 1984 ਚ ਨਵੰਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਕਤਲੇਆਮ ਸੀ, ਉਹ ਜੈਨੋਸਾਈਡ ਸੀ। When we want justice for that genocide, that is our right. We should be, without fear, without any persecution, we should fight for that freedom. We should fight for that right to have it recognized as a genocide, and we should fight for the justice for the victims. Now, Ojjwal Dosanjh's comments are painful to our community, are hurtful to our community, but as my brothers say, it doesn't end there. The Liberal Party must be held accountable as well. The fact that they have not responded to this issue demonstrates their position. क्योंकि जो Liberal Party, Ojjwal Dosanjh, अपना एक member ਨੂੰ कुछ कहते नहीं हैगे, तो they're saying that basically they support him. They must clarify their position. They must state that we distance ourselves from his position. We distance ourselves from his statements. We do not feel that the Sikh community is extremist or that there is a rise in extremism. They have to answer to that. They have to respond. They have to give their position. The Liberal Party has taken the Sikh community support for granted. They assume that we will continue to support them. But like I said, respect is earned. Support is earned. They must earn their support. They must earn our respect. How can they do that? Support us. Support us when we fight for justice. Support us when we seek to recognize what happened to the Sikhs as a genocide. Support us when we seek an apology, a public apology from Ojjwal Dosanjh for his slanderous comments. Again, it's important to note, when Ojjwal Dosanjh refers to extremism and Sikhs, puts those two words together, he is suggesting that there is something wrong with us, that there is something wrong with being a Sikh. Let us make it clear, there is nothing wrong with being a Sikh. We are proud to be Sikhs. We are proud to fight for justice. It is a part of our history. From Guru Nanak Dev Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji to the fight for independence in India, Sikhs have a history of fighting for justice, of struggling for our freedoms, and we will continue to do that in Canada and across the world. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.